All right. You listening to the Whitetail Waypoint podcast. I got my buddy Chris Duke in here today. This is episode 4. I got him in here. What's up, Chris?
How's everybody doing?
Well, I'm all right. I reckon. What about you?
Hanging in there.
I'm moving
Hanging in
something
there.
out of the way. It's too tall. I should have made a 6-inch. Man, NWTF this past weekend, we went down there. That was this past weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's packed, wasn't it?
Packed.
You went every day, too.
Every day.
I don't know how you did it.
I didn't last long. I'll put it that way.
Did you not?
I had about 2.5 hours of it, and I had all I could handle.
Yeah, I know. We was there for a pretty good while.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Yep.
Me and Chris went to NWTF on Thursday, and we thought we was gonna beat the crowd. Well, it was packed, but it wasn't uncomfortable. That was about
as many as you could hold. Right.
That's
there.
what it needed.
That's
what it
that was
needed.
it.
Yep, that's right. That's what they needed, and they need to sell tickets to that thing, like they do, like Mobile Hunter Expo and everything, and it would be bearable.
Yeah,
because
100%.
that was awesome. I haven't been in a long time.
That was one of the better ones I've seen, and because it seemed like it started out really, really good. Because I've been going to that for so long, and then it got where it wasn't as good, and I don't even know if they even had it 2020 COVID year, and then this year was the 50th anniversary, and it was packed. Like everybody was there.
Oh, this was 20th,
50th.
50th.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I guess I know it was like being on it was like being on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and looking at my subscription page, except they were all there in real life.
100%.
It was awesome. I mean, literally, I walk in the door, and
First
who
person.
do I see?
Ben Rising.
Ben Rising. You know what I mean?
Yep.
My man, just somebody I've looked up to for years, really, because. Not only because he kills giants, multiple giants every year. I just he's a man of God. He loves his family and everything like that. So just somebody to really look up to,
100%.
and that's who I want to be like when I grow up.
Yeah, he turned out to be a really cool guy.
Yeah,
he was so down to earth. He talked to us like we were buddies.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I said, all I said to him when I walked in, I was like, Ben Rising. He turned around and was like, me and you, like he knew me.
I was walking and I was like, "Where's Eric at?" And I see you here standing there, and I'm like starstruck myself. Kinda.
I know. And he just turned just right at me, like like we hadn't seen each other in a while. And he was like, "What's up, man?" But that was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the NWTF, I've been a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, I don't remember it being anything like that. But
Thursday was always the day to go. Like that was the day if you wanted to go and be able to walk around, see all the vendors and meet people and stuff. Thursday was the day.
Yeah.
But Thursday this year was like Saturday any other year.
Oh,
I've
really?
ever been.
Really?
Yeah. And Saturday, I know you didn't go on Saturday, but Saturday was awful.
Really?
Like you could not move. It felt like you couldn't breathe.
Well, I know. No, I did not go Saturday, but I know you did.
I did.
And you did a little tactical act
behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome though.
Yeah.
When I got home, so Chris went back up there Saturday, and I was drooling over this damn pack rabbit pack that they've got up there, and it's just awesome. I mean, it is awesome. It's it's I don't if you can see it. Yeah, it's right there. Chris, you can pick it up just a little bit. You can pick that thing up. Yeah, that pack rabbit right there, you can throw that seat down and everything on it. You can sit down. It's a frame pack. I mean, it's just awesome. Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Slick. Yeah, there's always, every time I go to that, I'll run across something that's just catches my eye. There'll always be like one thing that I'll see, and that was it this year.
Me too. Yeah. I sat there and I talked to that guy, and I was just drooling over it pretty much. Came home and I was telling Karen about it. And Friday was the day before Valentine's Day, I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess so. She texted you, whatever. She got in touch with Chris and got him to go up there, and he picked that pack rabbit up for me. And I came home and I got home and she brought that thing in. I was like, "Where did you get this? How do you know about this? Where did you get it? Like what?" Yeah. That's the first time I have been genuinely surprised in a long time.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it was just I was surprised and happy. She was like, "Happy Valentine's Day." I'm like, "All right, yeah." Yeah. You know, what do you want?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
What
gonna
do
say,
you
what'd you get her?
I did get her. I got her one of those infrared face masks, the red light therapy stuff. You seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I bought her one of those masks.
Heck yeah.
Those things are badass looking.
She
when you
deserved
put
it
'em
after
on.
that.
Yeah. Well, I bought it first. So you know, I did it
I
first.
gotcha. Yeah.
So you know, it wasn't like a guilt thing. Like I had mine. I bought it first. I did good. Yeah, I did good.
Yeah.
But that mask looks badass when you put it on. Like you got it. Like if you was robbing like an armor.
Let me catch you in a tree with that on.
Well, I'm telling you, you be over there. Like that would be that would be the sweetest thing to rob like a armored truck or a bank with, and you have the red glow on. Yeah, it's sweet, man. It's sweet, but
Don't forget about the Slock Master.
oh God, Tim. I know I about did.
Yeah.
When we were walking down the aisle, we were at this time it was shoulder to shoulder. We were
Yep.
packed, and you kept saying, "There's the Slock Master," and I was like, "What? What are you talking about? Where? Where?" And I was looking through at just a bunch of people's. Well, actually, I was looking at about 300 Mossy Oak Bottomland shirts is what I'm looking at.
Yep.
Everybody had Bottomland, shirts on, including you. How many times did I lose you?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. And I was like, what are you talking about? And finally I called him. I was like, oh, Tim Wells there,
Yep.
And that was cool. We got to get a picture with him and talk to him. I finally, years of my life I have used him and Scotty, and all of us have used him as a reference. Shooting that damn grizzly bear between the eyes with that trad bow at like 8 yards. And I finally, what was that?
I don't know what it was.
All right, well, don't worry about it. Well, my studio's crammed in a corner here, and I'm telling you, if you breathe wrong, like this wall might fall down. So we're gonna get through it,
Yep.
But I finally got to ask old Tim about shooting that grizzly. I was like, what was it like?
His eyes lit up when you brought that up.
Did. Not as much though as whenever he said, "You need to get you one of these blowguns." I said, "Hell no!" I said, "Next thing I'm going to do is get on top of that cliff, try to drop rocks on a goat head." He said, "God, Lee, you really do watch all them episodes, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He was cool. He was cool though.
He was. He's a lot bigger in person.
He's tall.
Yeah, he looks little on TV. He's a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, "Y'all boys are wild." But that was cool. It was cool.
Yep.
And just walking out right there.
Yep.
Standing right there in the aisle.
Yeah. Everybody was there though. I mean, just
standing right there in the aisle. Mark Drury
Literally.
standing right. I was like, I just stood there like I had no rhyme or reason or direction of what to do in life. I just kind of stood there and waited, and finally, because he was talking to that guy, and I was like, nah,
I had to drag you away from that one.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? And I'm going over here, and I'm just going to shake his hand. I said, "Mr. Drury, I just got to shake your hand. And I appreciate everything you've done for us in the industry."
Yep.
He was like, "Well, I appreciate that." I didn't even tell him my damn name. But it was cool.
It was a good time.
But and that's great to to meet these guys and talk to these guys and everything like that. It's awesome that they're personable and that they're there and you have the opportunity.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what I'm not going to do is stand in that damn line for 3.5 hours to shake Lee Ellison in his hand at Seek One. I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to have a conversation with the guys, but I'm not doing that.
Not standing in a line like that. That was wild.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, I might sit there in line. I'm just joking, but I'm not doing that. That's crazy. But it was a lot of people with their kids.
Yeah.
It was like the teenage kids and stuff. So I understand.
Good
that.
seeing that too. There's actually hunters coming up.
Yeah,
So.
It was like Major's age that were standing wanted to see him. So I understand that, but. It would if Major was wanting. It would have been tough for me to be like, all right,
you would have been in the line.
I'd have been in the line.
You'd have been in it.
I'd have been in the line. Would your grandpa have been in the line?
No, he wouldn't have been there.
He wouldn't have been there. He's a coon hunter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what I was wanting to talk about. Like, hoping to hear something. You got any good coon hunting stories about him?
Oh goodness, yeah, a lot.
I know. What was that one you was talking about? You said you was talking about one the other day, and when you was a kid, I think it was the first time. Was it the first time
I went coon hunting? Yeah.
Was it the first time you ever been hunting?
That was the first time I'd ever been in the woods hunting.
Like hunting in general, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I can remember it so vivid. It's wild. It's just been so long ago. I think I was probably around 4 years old, and you know, we had turned the dogs loose, and they'd went in there and treated a coon, and I had never even seen a coon. You know, didn't know anything.
How
about
old was
it.
you?
I think I was around 4 years old. Like
4?
I was little bitty,
Toddler.
little bitty.
Had
little
your
bitty.
shoes on the wrong feet.
Oh yeah, probably didn't have shoes on. But
Walmart feet.
we, you know, the dogs had treed, and we'd went in there, and I didn't have a light or anything. I was just basically holding on to his overalls as we was going through the woods. And we get in there, and he shines the tree up there, and he finds the coon. And, you know, coons, especially during the wintertime when there's no leaves on the trees, they'll get up on the big limbs, and they'll just spread out flat to try to hide from you. And he shines the light up there, and he's like, you know, right there he is. And how I still remember this, I have no idea, but I was like, Pa, that ain't no coon, that's a squirrel. and he said, you just watch this. And he pulled that. I can't remember if he shot it with shotgun or if it was a 22 that night. And he shot him out, and he stood up on that limb and bailed out, and the dogs was fighting it. And I run over in the middle of them, and the dogs are fighting, and I'm standing there, you know, looking down at this coon fighting his dogs, and he had to reach down there and pull me back out to keep from getting dog bit. But yeah,
What kind of dog you have?
he had English dogs back then, like blue ticks and red ticks. Yeah, that was wild though.
I don't reckon I've ever been coon hunting.
It's fun. I mean, it's a pastime now.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Not hardly anybody
I feel
does
like
that
it's
stuff.
I feel like it's frowned upon.
It is. You got a lot of people that, you know, your deer hunters and stuff now that are totally against it, and I see it. I mean, I 100% agree and disagree at the same time on some things, but most of your people now are going to disagree with it. And,
why do you think that?
And now it's so, you know, you got so many chopped up farms, and, you know, a coon don't know fences, neither does the dog. And you turn him loose, and he might go 2 miles through there and be on somebody else's property treed in the middle of the night behind their house. You know, it's tough nowadays.
Yeah.
It's just not very many people that does it.
Yeah. It's a lot of things that are outdated now.
Yeah, I have personally seen my grandpa be in several arguments with people before.
Yeah.
100%.
Just going getting on their property and stuff.
Oh yeah. I seen him one night. We'd had a coon treat, and it had run plumb through where, you know, we were supposed to be at, and he was in there, and he shined the tree, and the guy come out screaming and hollering, and my grandpa was arguing with him and backed off and fell in a river that night. When he was arguing with the guy, yeah.
Was that out in the middle of nowhere?
Oh yeah. Long ways. And see, back then, you know, we didn't have GPSs or nothing, and I was taught, you know, young to read a compass. That's how we found our way out back then.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have Onyx or any kind of, you know, GPS or anything like that.
So you're a regular person. So when I talk to you about grid north and magnetic north, you know what I'm talking about then, don't you?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's pretty cool then. I didn't know you'd like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you got down like that.
I actually just found his compass the other day. I was cleaning out his truck and found his compass in there.
Them damn excuse me, them damn compasses expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Expensive, and they break easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was broke. It wasn't even working anymore.
Yeah. I know I had a couple guys in my unit back I was down at Fort Stewart. Broke a couple of those things, and they're about, I think, they're military grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Special glass.
$470 something, I think.
Yes.
Ridiculous. And the damn thing probably didn't work the first time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, Chris, if somebody tells you something military grade, stay away from it. Because I have yet to see something that's military grade that's worth having.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you. So he didn't really take you. He wasn't a deer hunter, was he?
No, not at all. He had killed deer, but it was simply for the fact of killing something, have something to eat.
Yeah.
You know, but he was not a deer hunter.
Yeah, he didn't have no target buck.
No, not at all. It was a deer to him.
Yeah.
Racks, anything like that didn't matter to him.
How'd you get into deer hunting? 'Cause I know how I got into deer hunting. It was kind of the same. So like where I grew up, you know, my grandparents had 30 acres. We lived beside them out there. So like all the time I was just out there with my pellet gun, just walking around shooting anything and everything that moved. You know, I remember my grandma about killed me because I killed like 4 bluebirds.
There was nothing safe in my neighborhood growing up.
Nothing. I mean, so that's what I was doing. I was just walking around the woods, running trails and stuff, you know, and that's something that like I really want to make this show about, like, with the community and stuff we're trying to build is people that I don't want woodsmanship to die.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really dying nowadays. You know, they've got, you know, Onyx and I use them.
Yeah. 100%. It's a tool. Use it.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
It's not my knowledge. And that's what people, you know, they're relying on that for. And like I said, I bet if you brought 10 dudes in here right now, it's mine and your age.
Yeah.
And if you could get them to show you the difference between a deer trail and a varmint trail, maybe 2 of them could. You know what I mean? Or what to look for to tell you the difference of them. And it's just simple stuff like that. Just woodsmanship in general. And
see, I'm just old enough to have been around some of those guys, some of the old school guys that you know, they were 100% woodsmanship. I mean, they were trappers, they were coon hunters. Those are the guys. Trappers,
man.
Trappers, and you know, any of those older guys like that really had to rely on skills to feed their families. Because, like I said, I'm just old enough to be able to have been around some of those older hunters that did that. And you know, it was. I thought that was the coolest thing growing up, being able to listen to those guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, and just to be a kid and for you to actually listen, because I did.
Yeah.
You know, I did. You know, I don't think a lot of people didn't. And they just didn't. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm sure they don't understand why we wanted to listen to it, you know? So, I mean, I understand that, but it's just, I don't know,
as far as the deer hunting thing, for me, it was, you might not remember this, but TNN Outdoors and ESPN on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
That's where I started watching the whole, you know, deer hunting and the Western kind of stuff. And that's what intrigued me. Was that Will Primos and them on TNN? No, it wasn't them. It was, it was Realtree. Realtree was 100% on there.
Right.
Like the Mossy Oak Hunting Classics, like those old shows. There was
that was
Tom Miranda. Tom Miranda was the ESPN guy.
Jim Shockey.
Yes. Yeah, all those old guys. That's what I grew up watching, and that's what tripped the trigger for me.
Tom Miranda. I couldn't stand to hear his voice.
He was kind of hard to handle on some
He's
things.
from like Wisconsin or something.
But that guy is a killer.
Oh, yeah.
People don't understand that he...
Absolutely.
You know, yes, he done shows and things like that, but he is an absolute killer.
Yeah.
And he was a trapper. A lot of people even know that. Like, he literally moved in the middle of nowhere to make his living as a trapper.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, a trapper.
Yes, they have to know how to read everything about the woods.
Right, and I'm not talking about that dude down there on the corner of 16th and 8th, and not that trapper, not the trap house, not at the trap. He had the trapper, but I'm telling you, those dudes, man.
When you got to do it for a living, it's a whole different ballgame. You're going to learn so much more.
That's right. Way. You know, well, they put their heart and stuff into it, and I feel like that's what, you know, I know I do.
Yeah.
And I think my wife says I'm obsessed with, you know, I am. I am. I'm not going to deny it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And that's
just everybody should have a purpose.
Right. And I have to have a purpose. I say this a lot, like on here and everything. I have to have goals.
Yep.
And that, along with goals comes the purpose.
Yep.
And if I don't have those, I derail.
Yep.
You know, I've got to be challenged mentally.
Yep. That's a good thing, though.
I've got to be mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged.
Yeah, that's I have to. I'll just like I said, I'll just derail if I don't have those, and that's why I constantly find things that I need to do to challenge me and to, you know, try to accomplish and stuff. I mean, even like this.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen I've struggled through this.
We've had a rough time the last couple of days.
Yeah, that's just your part. Yeah. Of it. You know, I've been at this for a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm coming out of it.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Yep.
Out the mud almost. I'm getting out the mud. I'm trekking.
right.
I'm up on the grass now, I think. It's still wet and mucky.
You're still in four-wheel drive. You ain't took it out.
Four
yet.
high. I'm in four high. I'm going to hit that asphalt here soon.
That's right.
But watch out.
That's right.
Old Tash learns how to do all this, gets going. Shoo,
Yep.
boy, I'm telling you. You're just going to have to, you just better watch out, because I'm telling you, I'm going to take off, baby. I'm going to take off, and ain't nobody going to be able to hold me back. But, yeah, I remember, you know, me and Chris used to work Budweiser together. We drove those route trucks. We old Bud men.
Oh, Bud, man.
Well, it was wild, wasn't it? That was a wild
yes,
time.
That was.
That was a wild time.
I'm telling you.
I wish I remembered more of it.
That's true.
I wish
That
I
is
remembered
true.
more of it. You know, Scotty was there with us too. So
Yeah.
me, Scotty, Chris, and oh boy, there's
Bunch.
a bunch. You know, Pete Capizzi, big old Italian boy.
stallion.
Yeah, you know. And me and him, I told you about me, him, and Derek Everett. We got that Bible study
Yes.
now, didn't I?
Yep. Yep.
I call it. I guess it technically is a Bible study.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I feel like a kindergartner when I say I'm going to Bible study.
Yeah.
but we are, and it's we do it every other Thursday night, or it's Thursday night now. But I like it because it's Pete's brother that's running it. He's a preacher, and
Yeah.
he knows us. He knows who we are, what we used, how we used to run and all that. And we can be honest with him. I feel good about, telling him this. I'm like, hey, I'm big. I've served the flesh for a long time,
yeah.
It's hard not to,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to move toward being a good example for my son and
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways of life, and that's just something that I need to do for myself too. So
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it, and because Karen they want to go to church, and
Yeah.
I'd like to. I like the thought of it,
Yeah.
but I don't like the thought of it
Yeah.
either, and I didn't want to go to it. I want to. I started doing this because I wanted to go and learn it my way.
Yeah.
That way, I wasn't just going to this church and I'm taking somebody's word for it all the
Yeah.
time.
No,
I want to
get
be
it.
able to learn some stuff, study it, put it together.
Church can be intimidating. I mean, I know it is for me. I've not been in years.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
But
It's never too late. It's just, I'm not rushing it either. I'll go when I'm damn well ready to go too. So I've been enjoying that, but you need to come check it out sometime.
I do.
You need to come check it out.
I need to come hang out with y'all for sure.
Yeah. What was your first rifle?
It was a Ruger 1022. That would be it. Now, first deer rifle.
No, deer rifle.
It was a Winchester Model 70 243.
I had a model. You don't mean Model 7?
Nope, it was a Model 70.
So I don't. Okay.
It was a Model 70 featherweight.
I had a Model 7, which is the youth model.
Yep.
And that was a deer killing machine right there.
So, funny story with mine. My grandpa bought me that, and I killed one deer with it. After I missed probably 20 the first 2 years of me hunting, I could not hit a deer.
Couldn't hit nothing.
No. And so I'd killed one deer with it, and I don't know why, I have no idea, but he just come home one day, and keep in mind now, I'm 14 years old when he brings this rifle home. And he had I can't remember if he had sold that 243 or if he traded it, but he come back home with a Browning A-Bolt 300 WSM.
Oh, God.
Which some of the people that don't know what that is a 300 Win Mag, just in a shorter cartridge.
Yeah.
Went recoil, everything, short action gun. It's the same gun. And it was very light, and it kicked like a mule.
I'm telling you.
So at 14 years old, yes, I was hunting with a 300 WSM. And majority, can say it now, I hunted by myself. He just turned me loose.
Yeah.
There's a deer on my wall right now that was from juvenile, and I hunted by myself on juvenile, and I killed that deer and had to walk back home to get him, and him go back there and help me get the thing, and I shot it with that rifle.
Hell. I'm telling the first time I ever went hunting was on. I think it was. Well, maybe not. But the first juvenile I remember. I think I was 10. That was when. So my dad's buddy let us come out there to his place, and then he took us out there, and we got out there. I remember walking into that field. It was like daylight.
Yeah.
We could see them deer off in the field down there. And I had that Model 7, well, 243. And we're walking down that tree line, and me and Dad were following the guy. And he stopped. He said, "Stop." I'm just standing there, I wonder what he sees. I hope it's a buck. I'm just standing there, and he's looking at the binoculars. He goes, "There's some bucks. There's some bucks down there." We creep off down that hill right down through there. Dad gets down there on his knee, and I put my rifle on his shoulder, and I'm looking. I guess I remember seeing the buck, but Dad was apparently looking at a different buck. He was like, "Do you see him?" He's like, "You see the biggest one?" I'm like, yeah, I got him. "What are you doing? Which one did you shoot at?" I'm like, I shot the buck we were looking at. He goes, "No, you didn't. Get ready. Reload it. Here he comes. That damn 6-pointer come running by us at like 40 yards, and I'm reloading that damn thing, getting it up in there, and I get back down on his shoulder again, and he's holding he's got my rifle like this, and he's trying to pull me around, and I'm just like getting back on him, and I get on, 6-pointer stopped and stood at me. Look, he was looking back over his ass at me, like it right there, and I remember I just shot him right in the ass. That damn deer went to going. He was, that reload, Rick, put another one in. I shot that deer 6 times. After all of that, all the dramatics and all this, and getting yanked around by the barrel of the gun and all that, we're sitting there, and Dad finally, he's like, "Good job, pat on the back." I'm like, yeah, I got him. Dad goes, "What were you shooting at the first time?" I said, "I shot at the deer." I said, "I had it right on his shoulder." Dad looks over at the guy that was taking us hunting. He just kind of whispered. He goes, "I think he shot too." I did. I dropped that 5-pointer right in his tracks. It didn't run. Dad was looking at that 6-pointer. It run by, made me shoot him too. So I ended up killing 2 deer that morning. And I hope there's a statute of limitations on that. I was like 9, so that was a long time ago, and that was a 5-pointer and a 6-pointer, Lock me up.
Yeah, exactly.
But, the other kid that was hunting didn't kill one that morning. He ended up checking that other one in. But that was a different time. That was a different time. That was back, the 90s and all that. But it was fun, man. I'd give anything to go back to the 90s.
Oh, goodness.
What a decade.
Yes, that was a good time.
What a decade.
Go back to checking stations and Polaroid pictures.
And American-owned gas stations.
There you
go.
Yep.
Take that how you will. I don't mean it about, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good atmosphere for deer hunting and stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. It was just, your friends were there. You knew the owners. It was, it was just a good time. And I think about it, and it just takes me back to a good place.
Oh, yeah.
I can smell it. I can smell the biscuits. I can,
all the old men in the corner eating breakfast.
Yep. I remember just getting in. I remember the truck getting in there. That was single cab. Smelled like oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It is what it is, though, and we got to move on and I guess make the best out of it.
Yep.
Try your best to make it to where our boys can have those memories. It's hard.
Yes.
It's just, I feel like I'm failing all the time, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. I do the best I can with what the world has to offer nowadays.
That's all you can do. Everything's so jacked up now.
I had somebody tell me the other day, they were like, if you're a parent and you feel like you're failing, that's good, because you're not.
Yeah.
Because that means you're trying.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm there, I'm here, I'm doing everything under God's green, in all of my power, doing everything I can to, just be a good parent.
Yeah.
And
it's hard.
Tough
sure.
on, it's hard. It's impossible.
Yeah, I feel like it is some days.
It is.
It's like, yeah.
Because I remember, you remember being a kid, you think, oh, these grown-ups have got it figured out.
Yeah.
They know everything.
No.
Dude,
They probably felt the same way back then.
Yeah, Major's 10, and I'm telling you, for 10 years, I have been winging it every day. I'm just winging it.
Yep.
I feel like, but
I know what you mean.
What's the longest shot you ever made on deer?
It's probably been about 3 years ago. I shot one at 525. Yep.
525.
Yep. And that was ranged. I had a rangefinder, and I ranged him before I shot him.
525 yards.
525.
Boy, I tell you what, 500. I mean, that's unfathomable. People don't really realize how far that is.
Yeah.
You know, they 200 and something yards, and they're like, oh, I shot this deer at 305 yards and whatever, but 300 yards.
That's a long shot.
The edge, it is.
Yeah.
The edge of this field right here.
Yeah.
It's 360 something yards to edge of that field right there.
Yeah.
I got that 4x12 Buckmaster scope on that little 6.5 Creedmoor for Major. It's a perfect gun and scope for him.
Yeah.
It's a little upgrade from the 3x9.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit.
Yeah.
With that 4x12 looking through there, I mean, I'm looking
Oh, yeah.
in that sight picture. I'm saying, you got the whole deer
Yeah.
and about 1.5 inches of everything else around in the whole else of the picture.
Yep.
So you're shooting, you know, a pin drop in that scope, and it's a long way
Yeah.
for the average person to make that shot.
I mean, most of your people's guns, you know, your everyday average hunter is not set up to do anything over that. You know, that's maxed out range for those guys. That's not saying anything bad about their stuff, but it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with people.
I mean, it's the same way for me growing up. I never.
Not just anybody should be making a 300 and something yard shot.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't.
No.
You know, but Chris, 525 yards.
I shot that gun a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, but that, you know, we was in I was in a recon platoon with engineers, and they give us, we have like a sniper team that goes up. So whenever we go out to recon bridges and stuff for patrols or routes, we set that sniper team up overwatch over a bridge or something while everybody's out there measuring and everything. Well, I had a rifle at one point in that platoon, and, you know, we go to the range with that, and we go by meters, and, you know, 300, you go to the range, and 300 meters is that's where you start. You know, and that's, people just don't realize how far that is. It's what runs me. And what brings it up, because I heard some people talking about, you know, I shot this the other day, I shot this, shot that, and what they were using and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm just observing and listening, and it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, listening to people have conversations.
People in yardage is about like people in deer scores.
Yeah, inches and yards. You know, it was like that time me and Scott, we were politely asked to leave Buffalo Wild Wings at the bar up there that day.
Yeah.
Me and Scotty, because that dang, well, I'll go ahead. That dude was, and he tried to sit there, and he was telling all these people that he killed this deer, and it was like 183 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, before I could hear the story being told, I didn't try to involve myself in it, because, you know, the bar, it's a U-bar, U-shaped bar, and I'm sitting almost on the corner, and he's sitting around the corner, so he's looking at me. I'm taking it from this side of my head. Scotty's on this side of me over here. So like I said, I'm listening to it. It's over 10, 15 minutes. I've been listening. All these people around gawking. Oh, really? Finally, I see the picture.
Not 180.
Not 180. Not
Imagine
170. That. Not 160. Not 150. probably 120
Oh,
low.
my goodness.
I'd give the deer high 120. I'd give him a high 120. And this dude, it was almost surreal how confident he believed that he was that this deer scored that.
Yeah. I've seen it a lot.
His uncle cut with somebody that professional. He scores for Boone and Crockett or Pope and something like. He was just one of them ones that just carried the lie out as deep as it could. And long story short, like I said, me and Scotty I was politely asked to leave the bar because I just couldn't listen to it no more. Scotty says I overreact.
No.
Yeah, I like I said, I got a passion for it, and I just don't like that. I don't like that.
I had a buddy one time. He killed a deer, and nice buck. Nothing to take away from him. I mean, he was heavy horn, had a nice frame, but typical Tennessee deer, probably 15 and a half inches inside, kind of tall. And he called me and told me he was going to do it, and he put it on Tennessee Deer Hunters, and he done one of those dreadful posts that you see.
Yeah, I know. The score. I know exactly what you're talking. I know
he done it on purpose.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I know when these people do it on. I can tell that they're trolling.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I'm there for it.
Yeah,
I scroll through them comments.
Oh yeah, and he put that on there, and I was just sitting there like, oh my goodness, and it went from 120 all the way up to mid 150s. And the majority being 140 and over.
Yeah.
And the deer scored 117. And but
average.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the average decent deer here in southern Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, the deer was I'd put him at a 4-year-old.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Jacob Gore, my buddy. You know Jacob Gore?
I don't think so.
He's one of my buddies. You've probably met him before.
Yeah.
He killed a good it was an 8 or 9 pointer. This past year.
Yeah.
First one I think he's killed in a while, but it was a good damn deer.
Yeah.
I would have shot it. And I think it was probably a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And it was here in Estill. And I put the tape on that deer. 114.
Yeah.
114.
Way more of those than they are the other.
Good deer.
Yeah.
And that damn deer was asleep.
Asleep? Yes.
I said, what do you mean? He said, that deer was asleep. I walked up on him. I said, what do you mean he was asleep and you walked up on him? He took a picture on his phone before he shot him.
Oh, my goodness.
Took a picture of deer's laying there, his head kicked back. Tips of his G2s and 3s were stuck in the ground upside down.
Goodness.
I said, was there another deer around it, like a yearling or something, like with his head up or anything? He goes, I think there was a little buck, I think that was there. And he was looking at me. I said, what'd you do? He said, I just laid down. I just laid there and waited. I said, you laid there and waited?
On what?
He said, he just laid there and waited for him to wake up. I said, you just laid there and waited. What? You just laid there and waited for his deer to wake up, and then you just shot his ass. That'd suck.
Oh, man, yes.
But hell, I couldn't believe, he didn't tell me that for 2 or 3 weeks after.
He probably didn't think nobody would believe it.
Yeah, I was like, what? You didn't even tell me this. That's like the first thing you on the phone call.
Yeah.
Dude, you ain't gonna believe this. I just walked up on this damn deer asleep.
Yeah,
because I had never.
Yeah, I couldn't left out that.
I know. So 2 weeks, I'm like, why? You're just now telling me this? I was like, you're making this up. He's like, I got a picture. I'm like, show it to me. I want to see it.
Oh my goodness,
man, he's a special kind. He's a good one though. I like Joe Gore, man. He's a good one. If you're listening to this, Gore, you're a good one. I like you, man. You're doing good. But that kind of makes me think about what I want to talk about right here. He's got a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay. You know where I want to go with this.
I know exactly where you're going.
Because he's got a good spot. And but he don't kill. It's first time. It's really first year he's hunted in a while. So
yeah.
But what about people that go around and they got all these pictures on Facebook. And they've got a bunch of big ones on the wall.
Yeah.
And they know this and they know that. And they're giving advice.
Yeah.
And they think that they're a better hunter.
Yeah.
True or false?
False.
Why? I'll tell you why. Because out of let's say out of 5 guys that I know that are like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know quite a few that have killed a bunch of big deer.
Oh yeah.
And like to give advice and flaunt. They've killed all those big deer pretty much like out of the same damn tree stand.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what that brings to me is you're not a better hunter than me. You just got a better spot than me.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I am flying around multiple counties.
Oh yeah.
Getting in the cracks and crevices between as many of good properties that I can, because I can't get permission to hunt them because everybody's already got them leased or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting what I can and finding, travel corridors and whatever and cutting these deer off and getting this. And I'm still producing decent bucks with my bow every year.
Yep.
2, I'm filling tags. So who's the better hunter? The guy that scouts and works and goes and finds these deer and makes it work?
The guy that has to work.
Or is it the guy
your better guy.
Goes right back to the same ladder stand? The only thing he has to do is go out there and pour that corn out in front of that stand.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, everybody. If whoever's listening to this, that I'm hating on you because you hunt
sometimes I wish I could be one of those guys.
But that's not what I'm not hating on you for that. I'm not hating on you for having a good spot. But what I don't want to hear
don't make it seem like
is
it's
that
something more than what it is.
That you're a better hunter than me. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I give you all the props and respect you got for having that caliber deer there to shoot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're doing the work to grow them and everything, that's awesome too.
Yeah.
But don't say you're a better hunter than me.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hurts my feelings.
I heard that.
It hurts.
I think you see
my feelings.
A lot of your better hunters come out of big timber areas.
Terrain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your field guys that have those, they're going to sit in the same spot. You probably can't hardly get in the woods in those big field areas and not blow every deer out of the county when you step in foot in those little small timber blocks.
That's right.
They sit in the same spots and walk out in the field and boom, dust them in rifle season.
Yeah. And I'm
not knocking that. Hey,
right.
If you got the spot to do it,
that's right.
Why do you got to go do the hard work?
But don't say you're a better hunter than me.
Yeah.
But
it has nothing to do with hunting.
That's right. And then they'll turn around and hate. Like I got some suburban areas.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on up there hunting pit deer. What? Okay. You go right up there in these spots like Reaper's Point and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Walk off in them woods right there and see how easy or how pet friendly those deer are.
Yeah.
It's harder.
Oh, yeah.
It is hard. That spot right there is harder for me to hunt than it is for me to go to that 40, 50 acre spot that I've got up north up there.
Yeah.
That's wide open out in the country. That spot right there is harder because they are all crammed into that little spot.
Access.
You imagine trying to walk through your living room.
Yep.
Say your living room is packed full of people.
Yeah.
And you have to get from the front door to the living room to your bedroom without them seeing you. You think you can do that?
No.
It's tough. It's
very
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Everything's got to be perfect to be able to get in.
And it ain't going to be.
You're going to bump something.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm telling it's tough. It's tough. So don't say
do not.
You're a better hunter than me. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, I hope that one day I get me a property that I can go sit and stand and kill one like that.
Yeah.
I've just been hearing and dealing with some stuff with, around, and it just bothered me. I just wanted to get that off my chest right there. I'm glad you feel better now. I'm just glad you feel the same way about it. I'm glad to know you got common sense.
Yeah. A little bit anyway.
A little bit. Well, me too. I could be completely, totally wrong about everything that I'm saying. Or my opinion could just be wrong. I don't know.
You know what they say about opinions?
Yeah, I do. I do. Everybody's got one. Just like it's just, what is it? Just
Come
like, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, all right, that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought. What, how long have you been turkey hunting?
Almost as long as I've been whitetail hunting. Goodness, since I think my first turkey hunt, I think I may have been around 13, something like that. Long time ago.
By yourself?
Oh no, I went with somebody on my first.
Okay.
On my first and second bird, I went with somebody, and after that, I was turned loose.
Yeah, I didn't know.
At
I didn't know.
14, I was turned loose, 100%.
I didn't know if you was out there, just Davy Crockett out there.
No, first
single shot 12 gauge 3.5 inch out there.
Yeah, my grandpa,
9 years old.
He had worked with a guy that had started turkey hunting because back then there wasn't that's when our turkey population started really soaring back then in the 90s, and so there was a lot of just new turkey hunters coming into the play in that, and this guy had been hunting. I want to say he had been turkey hunting for 2 or 3 years, something like that. And my grandpa set me up with him, and I went and sat with him, and first turkey hunt ever. I had borrowed a shotgun. Didn't even have a shotgun to hunt with, and there were some birds roosting in the field. They flew down. One guy was set down there on the edge of the field, right underneath those birds, and we were about 200 yards up the field because sometimes they would fly down in different spots in the field, and they flew down right in front of that guy, and he had a 10 gauge, and I don't think he had a screw-in choke or nothing in it. He shot that bird, and it looked just poof. Feathers went everywhere. Then 2 more toms run straight up there to us, and the guy I was sitting with ended up killing one of those.
Yeah.
But the bird that they shot, the first one was a banded gobbler. He had a band on his leg.
Is that like from the state?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was listening to Deer University out just a few minutes ago, and they were talking about, it's not ill. It's not. I always wondered that too when I hunt out there at the base. Can I shoot that or whatever? It just didn't back my mind.
Yeah.
Well, it's legal. You can shoot collared deer.
Yeah.
You absolutely can kill them. They just want you to call them.
Call it in,
so they can get the collar and do their research.
Yeah.
And they said they'll even give you if you wanted to mount it with that on there. They said they'll give you a replica of it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Also, a thing that was kind of interesting, which I had never thought about this, and I don't know how I didn't ever. I don't know why it didn't ever cross my mind correlating the two together, but wild pigs, CWD, and whitetail deer. They're saying, and it makes sense, which I'm not. CWD, I'm not going to get back on that kick today.
Yeah.
But because I don't really think it's an issue. I know it's real. I know that it's there and everything, but I don't think it's, detrimental.
Yeah.
And they might be right, saying that it's in 10 years or 15 years, it might end up being whatever. Okay. But prions, the way that's, spread, it's very contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, think about it. How have you not thought about this yet? Well, somebody did, but I guess the average man like me, dumb, bam over here. It makes a lot of sense that instead of killing these big numbers of deer like they are for it, the hogs are going to the same the bait stations.
Yeah.
And they're probably the biggest portion of what's spreading this disease to these deer.
I could see that.
So let's,
we need to go.
let's focus more on the hog, the hog management.
Yeah.
And I know it's tough because they're just reproducing like mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just something I was thinking about in the car and right over. I was like, they're probably the biggest problem of spreading the disease.
I could see that, especially Tennessee. When you think about it, that's Western Tennessee is kind of where you start seeing the hogs and stuff over in that way, and that's where it started.
Get into Arkansas, Oklahoma. God Almighty,
it's covered up. I don't hear a lot of CWD stuff out of Oklahoma though.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think you start getting like west of Arkansas, man. That EHD is a real
gets bad,
problem.
yeah, so where it gets dry.
I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that.
That's 100% more deadly than CWD. When it gets in an area, it is going to wipe out everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I like that's.
And you got to get either cold temperatures or a bunch of rain to
wash that out.
Yeah.
'Cause I guess it comes from those
midge flies.
Right.
Midget flies. I heard somebody refer to it.
Yeah, midget flies. They get that stale water right there.
Yeah.
But what do you think turkey hunting? Okay. First time, say it's your first time going turkey hunting, what do you think is the number one tip that person should take to the field with them that day?
Patience.
To be
if you've sat there and you know you're in an area with birds and you've done any sort of calling, I would tell you to give it another 15 minutes. That's what I would tell you. 15 minutes is probably, if you gave yourself that and you've turkey hunted, you've probably killed a lot of birds in that 50, if you would have gave yourself 15 more minutes.
So you've been calling and you're thinking, well, I'm probably not going to see nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here another 15 minutes.
Yep. I've blowed so many birds off.
I think that's a guy, but I think that works with deer hunting and everything too.
Yeah.
But all right. So patience, give yourself that 15 minutes. Once you think your hunt's over, 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what about?
And as far as
what about strategy?
Calling aspect of it, less is more.
Yeah.
Because you see all these videos now, YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. These guys out there just hammering on calls.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds all fine and dandy, but it's probably not going to get you anywhere in the turkey woods.
Really.
You sit there and you just yap back to a gobbler that's out there and he's gobbling and he's answering back to you and you're just pouring the call into him.
Yeah.
That son of a gun thinks you're so fired up that you're coming to him no matter what.
Right.
So when you shut up, go silent.
It's working both ways.
That's when he's finally going to have enough that he can stand, and every bird's different. I've seen them.
You got to play hard to get.
Yes. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
okay.
hammering on that call ran more turkeys off than probably anything.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So all right, that's two good things. What about strategy? Just strategy in general about where to set up. First of all, no, you need to make sure that there are turkeys.
You gotta make sure you got birds.
Make sure there's turkeys there.
Yeah, and I'll even say now, like just the past few years, where TWRA has moved season back so late, I've seen properties where the birds have completely quit gobbling in the middle of season, but be there.
Yeah,
and so if a bird ain't gobbling, you don't know that he's there. And but if you know your property good enough and know that you've got birds all year or something like that, that's kind of one of those things where something I hate doing, but deer hunting them, that's how you got to kill them.
Oh yeah,
sit there for a while, soft call, very little, and that's how it'll help you produce turkeys late.
I hadn't been a turkey hunter, but went to Oklahoma this year. I was deer hunting. I had turkeys. I had those Rio turkeys. I had some good footage of those Rios. I had them at like 10 yards.
Yep.
Hunting out of AEDC. I had turkeys all over me.
Covered up out there.
So I think I could potentially be a pretty damn good turkey hunter.
Yeah.
Because they're all over me.
Yeah.
And I don't give two shits about them.
That's fall time too.
Freaking.
Those birds in the fall, over me. They're a different animal.
My spot up there, turkeys all over me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Might have to go try that out then.
I guess I'm going to. So that brings me, that brings my last point here before we get off here. Chris is going to take old Tash on his first turkey hunt this year. We're going to do it with a bow. Well, I've been turkey hunting before when I was a kid and stuff. I just haven't did it myself as an adult, responsible, license holding adult. Have not did that. I haven't went and put effort in to killing a turkey.
Yep.
I just never had that urge or want to kill. Oh,
You just,
man, that
you just ain't been
turkey's
on a good
awesome.
turkey hunt. That's all
And
your problem.
well, the
is.
thing is, I know it'd be fun. I
Yeah.
know that'd be fun, to killing it and everything. You know, it just. I mean, Scotty talks about how good they are to eat and everything, and I'm sure that's great. Well, it's not. I mean, the reward of it. What do you do look at this turkey? I mean, the head's gone, probably. You know, I don't know what we're doing either with it. I don't know. You know, Tyler makes those damn mounts. Those are cool. So I mean, I'd like to have one of them. So so I guess that's what I'm wanting to do. Just fill everybody in on like what our turkey hunt's going to consist of with my bow and everything.
The bow is going to be a challenge.
That's what I want.
For sure.
You know me,
But
I'm dumb.
We're gonna.
I do all the hard stuff. I do it the hard way.
Yeah,
I go all the way around my to get to my elbow.
yeah,
You know?
I'm here for it. I'm interested to see how it's gonna go.
We're gonna get it done.
Yeah. Oh, we'll kill one.
And we're filming it. I mean, it's gonna get done.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for the first part of it, we're gonna hunt around the lake. I feel like that terrain's kind of set up pretty good for a bow hunter. It's not wide open. You got some stuff you can kind of get behind,
Right?
pull a bird over a hill to you, maybe something like that. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
yeah,
Sure.
I'm looking forward to it. And I never thought I'd say that about turkey hunt. You know, if you asked me, I feel like I don't know, maybe a week ago. If you asked me if I want to go turkey hunting,
I think your mind will be changed. I think you'll have a different story.
Well, maybe,
months.
maybe. I hope so. I really do. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because God knows, I'd like to hunt something other than I mean, coyotes and deer. I'd like to do something else too.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I can find a new passion for it. You know, kind of like your taste. But they say your taste buds change every 7 years. You know,
Every 7.
it's got to be right because I remember when I was a kid, I didn't like mustard and stuff like that. I like it now as I'm a grown up, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, it is true.
Just like the internet, it's on there. It's got to be true.
Yeah, Google says.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming over here talking with me today. It's
been fun.
Yeah, that's just a few things that I had on my mind. I asked Chris to come over here and talk to me about, and I wanted to get his opinion on a couple things. And he didn't surprise me. I can tell you that he gave me the answers I thought he was gonna give me. He's a pretty straightforward old dude. That's what I like about him. I like straightforward old dudes.
That's right.
They don't be damn trying to work stuff behind your back. You know, and then if you want to work it behind my back, that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't do it and think that you're just really getting it over on me, because then you're making me look like a fool.
Yep.
Keeping a secret from me is fine, but don't make me think that I'm an idiot or a fool too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, hell, I mean, I think I can get you on. I'm probably gonna have Chris on here once a month. And like I said, Scotty ain't here this week. He had death in the family, so he's dealing with some things over there, and we're still praying for him. We're gonna send up some more prayers for Scotty and get him maybe we get him back in here next week and get back on regular schedule.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that, because it's always a little bit more fun when big tall Scotty's around.
Oh, suds.
Oh, big tall Scotty. Yeah, man. When's turkey season open? April the 7th or something like that?
Right there around the middle of April.
Okay. I thought it was like the 7th one year. That's the juvenile.
That's
right, the juvenile, yeah. So we got to take major too. Yeah. So, well, we'll get it done. We'll get it planned, man, and probably here in the next couple weeks, I think I got another conversation. Me and Scotty was talking about that. I think we're gonna want to get you in on. So
we'll do it.
We'll do it, man.